watching Wyln TV. We're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. We start in Hazel Township, where a crash shut down Interstate 81 North for about an hour today. An SUV towing a U-Haul trailer slammed into the back of a dump truck at mile marker 140 just south of the Route 424 exit. Crews found 5 people trapped in the SUV and had to be cut out. All 5 were flown to regional trauma centers. The driver of the dump truck taken by EMS to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. The northbound lanes were shut down for about 2 hours. Crews from Hazel Township Fire were assisted by McAdoo, Sugarloaf Township, Hazleton City, Harwood, and Lehigh Valley EMS. Traffic was detoured off the interstate onto Route 309 at McAdoo, where it caused backups around the already congested work zone. A canine officer in the city of Hazleton named Indy will be a little safer. That's thanks to a donation made today. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
This afternoon, the Hazleton Police Department received a large donation to purchase a vest for one of its canine officers. Indy is one of 3 canine officers in the police department. He will now receive a vest thanks to a donation in memory of Rita Brandish. Her family was on hand today to hand over the check.
She's an animal lover just like me. She cared about this town, with its ups and downs, and she never, when she passed, she didn't want any kind of an obituary or memorial or anything like that. And I thought that this would be a good way for her to say goodbye to everybody.
Lieutenant Kirk Wetzel, who is Andy's handler, said the vest will take some time to come in, but it's much needed.
Well, it's very important because it stops the bad guy from harming our dog as well. You know, if so, God forbid somebody would shoot at the dog, it would protect him from that.
Wetzel said the other dogs in the department have vests already. Andy will now get his thanks to this donation.
It means a lot, especially this day and age with the way the people are coming down on police officers and always coming down on us and degrading us personally. It's nice to show that people like this still exist, to still have our backs.
Packish said she's thrilled to help the department out.
Because actually, no matter how much they're being paid, they're underpaid for what they do. They protect us when we're sleeping. They protect us when we're awake. They teach us law and order. And I don't know that that happens these days in schools and things like that. The respect should be there for them.
When the vest comes in, it will have a personal touch on it to remember Rita.
Lieutenant Wetzel is going to have it embroidered on the vest. So when she walks down the street, it will say, in memory of Rita Branch.
In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
2 people from Hazleton were arrested after they stole items off a porch in the city. Police received a call Monday there was a theft from the front porch of 251 South Pine Street. It happened around 7:30 p.m. The victim pointed out 32-year-old Amanda Ferdinand, who was walking in the area, as the suspected thief. She was accompanied by 31-year-old Paul Robleski. The officer stopped the pair and reviewed video surveillance that showed Ferdinand filling up a garbage bag with items from the porch. Police found the stolen goods at Robleski's garage on Muir Avenue, valued between $700 and $800. Ferdinand was charged with theft and receiving stolen property. Robleski faces receiving stolen property and possession of marijuana charges. He also had multiple bench warrants out for his arrest. An accident on Interstate 80 Friday led to the arrest of 3 people after it was revealed the vehicle involved was stolen. State police were sent to that accident shortly before 4 a.m. near mile marker 253. A witness telling them they saw 3 people walking away from the crash. While troopers were investigating, they saw a taxi pull to the right shoulder and suddenly drive away. They stopped the cab and found 20-year-old Mark Allen, 22-year-old Brianna Kimball, and 22-year-old Brian Brown inside. The Mercedes they were driving was stolen. The license plate on it connected to a separate theft. The three were taken into custody. Police also found stolen credit and debit cards, gift cards, and marijuana. Several checks were also in a bag. All three were taken to prison after failing to post $50,000 bail. Another theft took place, this time in Banks Township. Charges were filed against 29-year-old Michael Price. He worked for Hallmark Industries in Bank Township in October of 2018. He was issued tools that he was not permitted to take home. After Price was laid off, the company discovered the tools were being sold on Facebook. He was charged by state police at Hazleton with theft and receiving stolen property. He was arraigned July 10th with bail set at $5,000. Wilkes-Barre fire crews called out around 4 this morning to a house fire on Catlin Avenue. The man in the home was taken for treatment for breathing in too much smoke. So far, no update on his condition or a word on the cause of that early morning fire. Fire at a home in Bear Creek had crews back on the scene last evening. They were first called out to the home on Pittston Boulevard earlier in the day for a small fire, quickly extinguished. Around 9:30 last evening, they were called back there. Those in the home got out okay before the home was gutted by smoke and flames. That fire still under investigation. Today begins a stretch of high heat and humidity. Temperatures will soar from now into the weekend, putting a heat watch in effect through Saturday evening. Our Julie Stefanovich caught up with a local doctor about some heat safety tips.
It's truly the dog days of summer. While some may bask in the heat and sun, others will take an air-conditioned space any day. But at some point, we all must head outdoors, and staying hydrated is a key component to beating the heat.
Well, first off, I think we should have a plan when we're going to be out in the sun. You should know what temperature it is, and if you're in a very hot period of the day, you should plan to take breaks, rest, and hydrate during that period. Also, I'm a big fan of wearing a hat and other protective clothing that avoids getting overheated and or sunburned.
It's best to avoid being out in the sun during peak times, which is usually between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. If you're out too long, you may be in danger of suffering from heat exhaustion or even heat stroke. Here are some of the symptoms to look out for.
Your heart's going to feel like it's racing. Maybe you're going to feel dizzy, lightheaded. You might actually even stop sweating, which is a bad sign. When those things start happening, you definitely need to make yourself rest. You probably should have made yourself rest about 10-15 minutes before that, but rest and drink water.
The elderly and children are especially susceptible to heat and humidity.
When you see a child behaving differently, they're sleepy, hard to arouse, then that's a concerning situation. If you see your neighbor, maybe they're pruning the hedges and then they start to look dizzy. They don't know. Maybe they're walking in a confused manner, or they're just acting very slow. If they're talking in a slurred fashion, we think stroke, but you can actually it could be a heat-related phenomenon as well.
Sports drinks are great, but are also good in moderation.
If all you were doing was downing sports drinks, then you probably would get too many electrolytes, too many sugars, too many salts. It's good to mix those in with water.
And lastly, keep your eyes to the skies. Weather patterns can be unstable when a heat wave is upon us. Watch out for severe storms and take cover if you find yourself being caught up in bad weather. In Hazel Township for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And coming up on Wyln News, turnpike tolls are, again, going up. Plus, the latest on the windmill discussion. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We do have some nasty weather that's been moving through the area, causing scattered power outages. Those storms are bringing heavy downpours and high winds. The downpours causing ponding on roadways. Now, until tomorrow at 2 a.m., we have a severe thunderstorm watch and a flash flood watch through 5 a.m. And again, we also have that excessive heat watch underway as well. We'll be right back.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the kids are free, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it. Pocono style. New this year, the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Those who use the Pennsylvania Turnpike will be seeing another toll rate increase. Turnpike officials announced yesterday that tolls will be going up by 6% next year, not only for just cash, but also Easy Pass customers this time as well. The increase due to rising debt service costs and maintaining the roadways. Passenger vehicles will see an increase from $1.40 to $1.50 for Easy Pass customers. Cash customers will go from $2.30 to $2.50. The increase scheduled to begin January 5th. Fireworks incidents and complaints escalated this year in the city of Wilkes-Barre. City officials gave a report to council members about complaints and fireworks incidents during the 4th of July holiday. According to Fire Chief Jay Delaney, fireworks issues have gotten worse this year in Wilkes-Barre. He brought a used firework that was recovered from 2 firework-related fires in the city. Police Chief Joe Coffey said that the department responded to 241 firework-related calls on the 4th. Under state law, local governments have less power to enact and enforce more restrictive firework regulations. Chief Delaney supporting House Bill 1687 that would give local governments a say in what goes on when it comes to firework use. More testimony on the proposed turbines for a wind farm on the top of Broad Mountain. It was hearing number 9, and an engineering manager for WSP USA Boulder, Colorado, was to testify. Before his testimony, an attorney representing opponents of the plan objected, saying he was not certified in Pennsylvania and was not involved in this project. After approval from the solicitor for the zoning board, the engineering manager testified that all 21 wind turbines meet industry standards. Due to heat conditions, that hearing was recessed and will be continued Monday, 6 p.m. at Weatherly Middle School. Other hearings are still set for August 7th and the 14th. The Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has announced that 3 Schuylkill County community grants will fight blight and create more housing options in Frackville, Minersville, and Tamaqua. In Tamaqua, the money substantially rehabilitates 3 different 3- and 4-story buildings for general occupancy in the downtown area. The renovations will take place at 112 West Broad Street, as well as the upper floor apartments above the Tamaqua Historical Society and apartments in the Berwick House. The project will be awarded tax credits of over $485,000 and will receive a grant of $500,000 from Penn Homes. The Frackville Flats project on Center and Frack Streets will be a new 3-story building that will consist of 30 different units available for persons aged 62 or older. This project will receive over $1 million in tax credits and $500,000 in funding from FAIR and $1.4 million in funding from Penn Homes. Coming up on Milnesville's News Choice, Kids and Exercise on Wellness Wednesday, plus Kids and Camp Cadet Day 3. Stay with us.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running. Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions. Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Check them out on the web at georgetownDeli.com.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. Today we're outside the Health and Wellness Center thanks to our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network. And I'm joined with Lauren, who is a physical therapy assistant here at the Health and Wellness Center. We're talking about getting our kids outside, getting them active, making sure that they are enjoying the summer. We want to talk about that right now because summer's finally here. We're getting to be outside and enjoy it. So Lauren, let's talk about some of the things that we need to make sure as parents and guardians that our kids are getting away from the screen and getting moving and having some exercise in.
So according to the American Pediatric Association, they have recommendations for just outdoor activity or any kind of play activity. So for preschool age, they usually recommend about 2 hours worth of play. And the best way for a preschooler is interactive play, meaning that you are sitting there, and it doesn't always have to be 2 hours continuously. So even if you were able to do 15, 20 minutes, I know we all have active lifestyles and busy, and I know it's difficult, but at least if you have that interactive play that you can go outside, you can have them play, kick the ball, play bubbles that they go and they catch the bubbles. For an older kid, usually ages 6 and up, they recommend at least 60 minutes each day for active play. And the same exact thing, interactive play. The child will learn from what they see from an adult. So if you go outside and say they have a favorite sport and you want to play baseball with them, play baseball, even if it's for a half hour, 45 minutes, and you have to go back in, that's fine. Maybe you could go out after dinner or whenever, but try and really schedule play.
And also one of the big important things that we're trying to stress is even into the teenage years, because they want to play on their video games, they want that screen time, they don't want to go outside, but it's important that we get them outside moving too.
Correct. And sometimes if you have a child that really likes their video games, or maybe you can even limit it, and start slowly. So say they're watching TV during commercial breaks. Lead by example. Try and get up and move around, maybe do 10, 15 sit-ups if you're active and able to do that as well. Also, if you want to get them outside, you can put them, give them something that they like to do. You can go for hiking. I mean, now is the perfect time to get out, and there's a lot of free things that you can do, that you can just go to a state park and hike for about a half hour. But really just getting them out and moving and being active is really what's important.
And quickly, also, a lot of people will be going on vacation, so this is a great time for you when you're going somewhere to explore. So leave the electronic device
devices home. Of course, take a cell phone just in case something happens, but leave the Game Boys and all that stuff at home and go out and enjoy the vacation spot. So perfect time to get everybody out and enjoying, whether you're going to the beach or you're going somewhere, to get out and have an active vacation.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're going on vacation or you're going to the beach or even if you're going to an amusement park, there's always something that you can do. Like even if you get them up, go into the water with them, you know, play volleyball with them on the beach, build sand castles, anything really, just to get them up. Like you said, put the electronic devices down as much as possible and really get them integrated. But it always comes down to, you know, you as a parent trying to help and support them as well.
All right. Well, thanks for all the great advice. And, of course, be active this summer. Enjoy this nice weather. We saw a lot of rain, so this is the perfect time now to get out and enjoy it while we have some nice, warm summer days here. And be active and enjoy all the great things we have to offer here in Northeast Pennsylvania, and even if you're going on vacation, some of those great spots. Thanks for joining us here on Wellness Wednesday. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Ken Pollock Commercial Center welcomes you to the 35th Annual Frontier Days Championship Rodeo and Bolorama in Benton. The rodeo runs July 16th through the 21st. Cowboys from all over the East will compete in bareback, bull riding, calf roping, bronc riding, and more. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's Frontier Days. The rodeo runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Bolorama is on Sunday, July 21st. All shows begin at 7:30 p.m. Vendors, crafts, food, and entertainment begin nightly at 5 p.m. The Benton Frontier Days Championship Rodeo and Bolorama. Details at bentonrodeo.com.
WYLN has strong ties to the community and is committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazelton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants to Spare Hill climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. WYLN, we're your local network.
It is day 3 at Camp Cadet. WYLN's Julia Wiegand was there to check out just how the cadets are beating the heat.
Another morning, another run around Penn State Hazelton's campus for cadets at Troop N's Camp Cadet. Overall, room inspections this morning went well and everyone did a great job. However, Trooper Anthony Petrosky said the females really knocked it out of the park with their room inspections and were excellent.
Beyond that, we had the SCI Dallas CERT team here from the prison, and they put on an awesome presentation, talked to them about what they do, and they gave them a really good hands-on demonstration also. Also, we had the State Police Canine section here. We had a narcotics detection dog along with a explosive device dog here. So they got to interact with the dogs.
Then, cadets were off doing rotations. They got to see the Pocono Mountain Regional Police Department's Bearcat SWAT vehicle, had the chance to do their own traffic stops, got to hear from the United States Marine Corps, and got to process their very own crime scene.
So again, they're working hard, they're learning a lot, and they're learning about themselves. They're learning about self-respect and confidence.
Cadet Keegan Demarest dreams of joining the Marine Corps and had the opportunity today to get a feel for what it's really like a day in the life of one.
I think it was a good experience considering that I want to be a Marine when I'm older, and it was cool to meet like what they have to go through and what they have to do in order to be in the Marines.
Demarest said he'll be able to lift the weight when he's older, but said that to him right now, their gear is heavy, especially since Marines have to walk a lot, making it harder. He's also looking forward to working with the forensics team for the cool experience of working on his own crime scene. However, his favorite part of the day so far?
Probably this morning when the CERT team and we got to shoot the shotguns. That was pretty fun. It's a good experience and I've gotten a lot more disciplined.
Tonight's going to be very exciting for all cadets, as the Luzerne County dive team will suit each cadet up in gear to scuba dive at the campus pool.
So it's a great opportunity. A lot of kids might not ever get an opportunity to scuba dive, but here at Troop N Camp Cadet, it's happening.
Even in this heat, cadets are really pushing themselves and working hard, as their third day of Camp Cadet can almost be checked off the list. Reporting in Hazelton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
The 95th annual Solemn Novena to St. Anne got underway today. The event is held at St. Anne's Basilica in West Scranton. Thousands of the faithful will be taking part in masses and other events through July 26th. It's believed that St. Anne is Jesus' grandmother. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler